Hey guys, it's Cass from the Book of Howrse at thebookofhowrse.weebly.com, and I'm here with another graphics video. And this one is, I'm not sure if this one is long overdue or if this one is kind of not necessary at all. But either way, it has to be done because I'm trying to get a, pardon the noise, I have to adjust my screen. I'm trying to get a video version and a tutorial version for all the how-tos on TBH. And I don't know if I'm going to extend that beyond graphics or not. I might if I have more time in the future. I really need to update things first, like the Equestrian Center section. But I need to get a handle on Equestrian Centers first. But yeah, when I get done with updates like that, I might do more of these kind of videos. If you guys like them, I'm assuming you do. But if you don't, let me know. Maybe there's something we can work on there. I've had the text tutorial for how to make banners under graphics help, how to make avatars and banners. I combined the two on the site, but I'm going to have two different videos here. So banners are basically a picture with some text pinned on them. I mean, you can just slap some text on a banner and call it a banner, but a real graphic usually has more than just that. But, you know, a banner can be simple as you want. It can be as complicated as you want. That's what's nice about them. And some people get a little testy about how much work people put into a banner, but I figure as long as you're happy with it, you know, that's your thing. Graphics is an expression of your style, so if your style is simple, then that's perfectly fine. And I'm just going to do a real simple friendly banner, because that's pretty universal. Most horse players are open to a friendly banner, and I'm going to use a horse for my picture, because that's also universal on a horse game. So I'm going to be using Ribbit, my trusty Ribbit.com that I always send people to, and I'm using a photo that I do not need to have any credit on. I got it from a Creative Commons search. You can do that, search for a Creative Commons photo via, this is the photo I'm using by the way, you can search for a Creative Commons photo over Flickr or Google Images via search.creativecommons.org. And that's a great resource. You can also search for clip art, songs, media, web content, other things that are you can use without credit. So, with that in mind, you always want to double check the rules though, because sometimes stuff pops up in there that they want you to credit. But I double checked and I'm 98.9% sure that I'm good using this photo. I never say I'm 100% sure, just in case there's a misunderstanding. Don't want to offend people that didn't mean for it to be like this, but yeah. I'm going to be using this photo that I found in the Creative Commons search of Flickr because I thought it was really cool. And yeah, like I said, my internet's really slow, so sorry for that. But I guess I'll talk more about banners while I'm waiting on this to load. One thing about banners is a lot of people, I don't know, I mean, I've never seen it really happen on people's pages, but I'll notice it happening for some people as far as, okay, I'm going to re-upload this. Oh, well, there it goes. How do you like that? I've seen a lot of people having their banners too big. And, you know, you really want to keep your banners smaller than your layout. It's kind of like a rule of thumb. And your layout should never be wider than 900 pixels. So as long as you keep your banners below, I'd say 850, 890, 850, somewhere around there, you're doing good. I'm going to actually go to basic edits here, and I'm going to resize this picture because right now it's, as you can see down here, right now it's 1,642 by 1,314 pixels, and that's really crazy big. So I'm going to do 200 is, yeah, 200 is too big, or too small. 300, I'm just trying sizes. Let's go with 500. 500 is kind of common size for banners. When you're doing banners like this, you want to keep proportions box checked. Otherwise, one side will get really big and stretched, and the other side will stay the same, and it'll look like one of those funhouse mirrors at the fair or the carnival or whatever. So yeah, you don't want that. Make sure you keep that box checked. And when you have your photo resized the way you want, you know, you can do anything you need to. If you need to crop it, you can. I don't need to do that. If your photo's sideways, or you want your photo to be sideways, you can rotate. You can adjust the exposure. Your photo. I'm gonna not do that. whoops, go away. You can adjust the colors, more warmth or, okay, saturation or temperature. And I'm not gonna fool around with that right now because I actually like how it looks. And one thing you can do is have it adjust the exposure, the covers, and the sharpening, which is this, all by itself, when you click autofix. And personally, I'm a fan of how that looks auto-fixed, so I'm going to leave it. A lot of times when I edit a photo, the first thing I do is click auto-fix. If I don't like it, I come up here and I hit undo. But I'm going to redo that because I kind of like that. And let's go to effects. There's a ton of effects in here, so, have at it. I'm going to do a true vintage effect, I think. We'll see, but I like the true vintage effects. They're slow to load, like really slow. Even when I'm not recording. Which, by the way, if you'll notice there's no watermark up here, that's because I'm using a new recorder. It's called Screencastify or Screencast or something like that. It's an extension for Google Chrome web browser. So, yeah. If the frame rates suck, that's because I'm using something new. But, yeah, we'll see how it works. Bandicam is still great, don't get me wrong. I just like this to try new things. So I like that one. It looks like old movie film. And it says Kodak up here. Whoops. My mouse got stuck clicked. It says Kodak up here. I'm going to fade it just a little so that you can see the hoof through. I'm going to put a little bit of color into the image. Just enough so that people know that it was in color at some point. I'm going to apply that and I'm going to go to text. I'm going to start by adding my credit, because I always do that. And I always make my credit in Wencesless, because I like that font for credit, but whatever you want to do, it's cool. Just my little signature. So I always try to make my credit as small as I can, because I'm like that. Oh, don't do this to me now. Sometimes when I use fonts like that, or frames like this, it gets touchy about the text, and it won't let me click on it, but I know what I'm doing, even if it doesn't look like it. So I'm just going to make this as small as I can and still get away with it. And then it's time for the text. And I'm going to use PupCat because I like that font for stuff like this. But you can use any font you want to. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use PupCat because I think I've used that for a friendly banner before. I'm going to use, let's try out Tall, Dark, and Handsome. This will take it a minute to adjust, I'm sure. Now, I'm going to use Animatic. I keep on calling it Animatic, I don't know why. I think I've done that in a couple other videos too. Okay, I'm going to plunk this over here. You can make this font bold. I was not aware of that until recently, but I like how it looks thin. Now, one of my favorite little tricks you can do is duplicate type. Come back to the first one, make it black, then come back to the second one. Oopsies. Second one, and move it directly on top of the first one. It looks like it's got a shadow, because that's one of the things Rivet doesn't offer is shadows, which I think is kind of too bad because I like shadows. But yeah, there's an example of an easy banner, and it's kind of different with the film edging and the horses and the faded color. But you can do just about anything with a banner. And so I'm going to say this. I'll probably put it on the pre-mades on the site, but we'll see. I'll link to the pre-made section that this is in the description of the video down below, if I decide to do that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in other videos. I'm going to be doing an avatar video soon. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you later, TBHers. Bye!